Day 2 of our sheep shed build, and it's snowing out. So it was supposed to be sunny today, so hopefully this afternoon maybe it stops snowing and makes it a little nicer to work out here. It's not terrible, it's not windy, so that's kind of nice. So there's where we left off. We're just going to level up this bottom piece. We actually somehow managed to keep it pretty square, which is awesome. I'm going to build a little bit of our front wall and then see if we can get some plywood sides up on the front and the back and then tackle the roof. So that's the plan.
We always say we're pretty good at building boxes. So we got one side on, other boards up there ready to be measured, and we'll figure out a door and a roof and the back. We still got a ways to go. But in total, what have we spent so far? Maybe 4 hours?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, not too bad for us.
Alright, so we are just 12 o'clock now. So we've been total 2 hours today, 3 hours yesterday. And I think that's right. So we got the front up, and it's a lot more structurally sound, which is awesome. We've got all the, not rafters, they're normally be a strapping, but we're going to use the 2x4, so we've got them all cut to do each side up on top, and we also have the back slightly done. So I'm going to go inside here for 2 seconds and show you what it looks like. So we're inside. So we've got the back, we've got these 2 little corners to do, but what was really awesome was the back is built out of, we basically use 2 pieces of plywood. We cut the fronts like so, the triangles. And the back is basically made out of the other offcut, which is a fantastic way to minimize new material. So the plywood sort of for the back wall here, and the plywood for these front 2 walls, this one and this one, were newer material. We had them, but they weren't salvaged. And then you can see a few of the 2x4s for this front wall, and the few little ones for the back, and this 2x4 along the top, which basically, because our wall is made of 3 separate panels instead of a proper stud wall, we put that on the top for now to help keep it straight. But eventually we're going to put boards across like so, which will help a lot. Like, this thing will be pretty sturdy in the end, which is, I guess, what we want for sheep. We're going to go in and warm up for a second, maybe have some lunch. The next job will be getting these boards on, which should be pretty quick for the roof. So once we get the rest of the roof pieces together, we're kind of at the point we're going to take a look and see what we have for tin, because we have some stockpile of tin sheets or metal roofing, and see, because we basically would need 6 8-foot sheets. We've got some that are longer, etc. So we're going to see what we have, because we may just do it the tin, because we don't really need plywood underneath this for the sheep. It's going to be pretty airy in here anyway. So, but if we don't have that, or we can't figure out making that work relatively quickly, we may use plywood. So we're going to kind of see here which we go with, but hopefully we can get that on this afternoon too. It'll be one or the other, and then it's the gate, which we have a bit of a plan for. So we're going to eat, come back to this, and see if we can get it done this afternoon. All right, so we're back from lunch. We've been working a little bit, and I guess one of the little things we did was we put a board, because it's kind of built on a hill. We put a board here because it's sitting on garden ties, which will be fine. It's in a very well-drained area, pretty high up, so not too worried about that. But so we got that there to hold everything together, and we also have all of our, I guess it's strapping, we're going to call it that. Those 2x4s, every 2 feet centers basically. And it's gone from being a little wobbly when we put it together, just our sides are the way they're built out of the panels. But it's pretty solid, and the tin's only going to make it solider, or more solid. Sorry.
Proper English.
So the next part is getting the roof on. So while we were eating lunch, we were kind of debating on whether to use plywood, which we have, or use the tin, which we also have, but we would kind of like to save for another job. So we made the decision we're going to put the tin on it, because that would leave us with the plywood so that we don't have to purchase materials to potentially get another building project done this winter, so this year if weather cooperates, but if not, then we'd have the material sitting here for later. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and sort of get some of that tin up there and hopefully get that done today.
Our little sheep palace is coming along fantastic. There's Christopher. We're getting the tin put on.
How many hours in are we?
We are approaching 7 hours spent, so I think the tin will be on within the hour, and all that would be left would be the door and finishing details, which, to be honest, to build a sheep barn in 8 hours, out of all recycled materials, pretty much. I shouldn't say that, because you're strapping on the roof. We did buy those for to make trusses for a different building, so we are repurposing them, but they were brand new. But it was all stuff that was lying around here. We haven't had to go buy anything. We haven't had to go to the store.
No, it's all stuff that we've...
Yeah.
Some of it was for other projects, some of it was for... we just lugged around forever, like this tin has been around.
Yeah, this tin went from your old place to ours when you moved in with me, and then came here, and it's finally going on a building. So we have a piece up on both sides. There you can see the inside. I think the sheep are going to be very impressed.
I think so.
And there's this side going. Did you already mention about that you could do this same thing with pallets?
No, I don't know if I have.
No?
Good.
Well, basically, I mean, we'll do the tour maybe inside, although it's going to be darker by then. But we use these things that they had left here, but you certainly could do the same structure with pallets. I mean, I think we've even talked about this now, that maybe that's something that we will do, is do a couple more of these at the back with pallets, since we have hundreds of pallets. So
for summer use, it'd be a great idea.
yeah, for just summer thingy. This is going to be a winter one, so it's got to be built pretty good and sturdy, but
30.
anyways, very exciting. But the one thing we both said, which is so awesome about doing this stuff, is how much it's cleaning up the yard.
Yeah.
We're using stuff that's just been lying around in the way, and this has been fantastic for using that sort of stuff up. So this is great.
To get a ridge cap.
Yes, we need to do a ridge cap. That'll be the one piece that we're going to have to purchase, because we do not have one.
Well, it is done. Well, I shouldn't say done. It is done to the point of being functionally usable. The roof on, although we still need the ridge cap. With the walls all up, the gate on. We got a few little things on the inside that we'd like to do eventually, but they're not a absolutely have to happen today kind of thing. And now we are going to go and sort out sheep really quickly, so that we actually get lambs in the spring, because we're late. Well, that's everything. But still, we'll do a final tally on this, but I think we were only like 8 hours or something. It's not been very much for an entire 8 by 12 shed build. So here they all are. It's a little dark in here, but it is sorting time, so we are going to do that here quickly, and before we completely run out of daylight.
Separate into breeding groups.
Ready, girls?
Ready to meet your boyfriends? Nope.
Again, a little hard to see, but is it Lila, Enya, and Beauty all right with Ash, or we always call him Gray, but his real name's Ash, so they should have a good night. There's tons of food out there, so.